Hello everyone, this is the Kia EV6 GT. I have it for one day and so I'm doing everything, and this video is about what do you get with the GT and what do you lose, because there are things in this car that the all-wheel drive has and this car doesn't have it. You pay a bit of a price because you have so much power. 585 horsepower, 430 kilowatt all-wheel drive, 3.5 seconds 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, top speed 260 kilometers an hour. So of course the question is, do you need that? First, let's talk about the price. This car base price is 72,000 euros, and this sounds extremely expensive, but there's also almost everything already included. With 72,000 euros you get all the options except for a few things, the panoramic roof and a few other things, and your standard 21-inch wheels and stuff like this. So if you spec Kia EV6 all-wheel drive with the same specs as this car has, you pay around 68,000 euros, so it's 4,000 euros more if you want all of those options, of course. So 4,000 euros more, and then you can have this car, and it's a lot of fun. I drove it on the country road, in corners, on the highway. I accelerated. It is a lot of fun. In GT you don't have stability control and the wheel spin. I did it here for a second in the corner, but you can have a My Drive mode, where you can put in full power but still have stability control and no spinning wheels thing on, and then it's a bit more fun, I think, because I don't want to destroy the tires. And it drives great. Of course, when it comes to driving, this car has a stiffer suspension, more firm than the normal version, so it's not as comfortable. It's still as quiet, it's no problem. You can feel it when you drive, but it's not as hard as I would think. For that power and that top speed and whatnot, it's not as firm as I thought. So it's still comfortable, it's still okay. The seats, the seats are something special because you cannot adjust them electrically, it has to be manually. With that, you don't have the options that you have with the normal version. You don't have ventilated seats, you don't have the reclining seats where you can lay in there, you don't have the USB-C C port in the seat. It's in a different position now, so you lose this. You cannot adjust as much, but they hold you way firmer in the seat when you drive in a corner, and you feel it. It's really amazing when you go into the corners. On a daily drive, comfortable wise, it's okay. The seats are not amazing. Hello, sporty seats. So I would prefer the other ones. Trunk space. This car has the same trunk, the same front as the all-wheel drive. The only thing different is the second compartment. In the GT, this is way smaller. There's almost no space for cables or anything. You have to put them in the front. Like I said, you have more drive modes. In a normal car you have Eco, Normal, Sport and then Snow. And here you don't have the Snow, but you have the GT version, what I said, full power and no stability control. And then My Drive, where you can set a few settings for yourself. What you also get in here is optimized battery temperature management. So the battery can be heated up with a button to get the full power out of the battery. I think it's starting to snow right now. The first time this year, so for this winter, for this season. And then it heats up with 5.5 kilowatt the battery, and at some point it will tell you your battery is optimal temperature to have the full power. It only does this above a state of charge of 70%. That's important, otherwise it doesn't do it. Charging is the same, normal driving is the same, cruise control, self-steering, this is all the same. The software is, instead of those things that I just said, the same. You don't have special buttons except for the GT button. The steering wheel is a bit different, but it's not Alcantara or something. That's the seats, not the steering wheel. The seats are different. That you now have little holes in them in your neck that you didn't have in the normal seats. I prefer that for attaching something. So this is the question: do you want to pay more, have a few things less for more power and more cornering speeds and sporty seats and sporty suspension? This is then up to you. Do you like it sporty? Then this is totally your thing. It is a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. Are the tires warm? No. I didn't drive that like crazy. And if you like it comfortable and if you're okay with the 300 whatever, what was it, 380 horsepower, what the all-wheel drive had, a lot. 230 kilowatt, I think, was it, right? When you are okay with that, which is still enough power, and with the top speed too, then it's fine. The fastest I drove in this car was 220, and it wasn't nice. Not because of the car was fine. I'm not a fan of driving that fast. 190 is my limit, and just for a short time. I could never drive this for a longer time. But it felt okay. It felt more stable at 180, 190, 200 like other cars, but not incredibly stable. So there's always sporty cars where you know this 200 it doesn't feel that amazing, that horrible. For example, BMW i7, which is not a sporty car, feels more stable at 200 kilometers an hour than this. But it's a different price range. It costs double what this car costs. But it's still, like I said, charges the same way, 230 kilowatt power charging, amazing 800 volt system. Consumption was interesting. I drove today 130 kilometers an hour range test, and this one got 273 kilometers at a temperature 3 to 5 degrees with winter tires, 21 inch, and an average speed of 120. And the all-wheel drive I tested a few months ago at 22 degrees temperature outside. I had the AC on, today of course the heat. I had 20 inch wheels on, had an average speed of 123 and got 300 kilometers. So I'm guessing it's at that speed. I drove in eco mode in both cars. It's pretty much the same. So that's not the problem, the issue. Of course, if you floor it a few times and if you pass and if you accelerate and drive a bit faster, of course this is all gone. I didn't do that in this test. This was just a range test. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. Thanks Kia Germany for giving me this car. I liked it. And tomorrow it will be picked up. I only had it for a day. Sad. But I will go to work tomorrow with it. Maybe home, we'll see when they pick up the car. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.